All right, we got a no heat call. We have not been here before and have no idea what we're going into, so let's go take a look. Okay, got a Heil furnace here. And oh, I saw that black. I thought maybe it had melted at some point. Open this thing up. He's got it in the air mode right now, and this time of year is common that they call you out for heating, and by the time you get there in the afternoon, they've already got the air back on. But he's definitely going to need some heat in the middle of the night. South Carolina, so around here you need heat at 3 o'clock in the morning and AC at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. See if we can figure out why he's got no heat. Sticking down through the hole there, supposed to be on the bottom. Okay. Those were usually pretty good boards. I'll figure out what's going on. Well, for one thing, his blower wheel is definitely out of adjustment. So, just to keep from having to get him to change the thermostat or keep from having to go in the house, I'm going to unhook the red right there. Just use our jumper. Let's see which way this, oh Lord, it's definitely touching on the bottom. So that needs to come out and be adjusted up. There's a big gap up here. I don't know if we can see it. Little bitty gap down there, but let's find out what's going on with his heat first and try to fix everything at once. That should be the light right there. Oh Lord. You hear it now. Slam full of water. betting this box is full. No drain on the bottom of this blower right here, and it is full of water. I can hear it. Now here comes ignition. So the only way to drain this thing is pull the flue pipe out and reach down in there with a piece of hose and siphon it out. There is no drain in the bottom of that, which obviously means it's not ever supposed to get water in it. So that is stupid. So I don't know if maybe this water separator apparatus is not working because this box is clogged. I have pulled these out and blown a bunch of black crap out of them quite a few times. Just some water, a little bit of stuff, but it wasn't clogged. Boy, this furnace needs some work. This needs to be dug out under here. And this thing mounted, I don't even know if that's the right dadgum one. Needs to be mounted where it goes. Maybe that knockout gets knocked out, and then these stick up through there. And there's another one back here. So whoever installed this didn't much care about all that, and they just stuck it in there any way they could make it work, I guess. That's what it looks like. And I'm not really doing things. Obviously don't have the right kind of pliers with me, as you can see. I'll use these, hook this back up, talk to this man about uninstalling and reinstalling this here gas furnace. However, for the night, gonna be sitting here with it like that, just like we found it. We don't have to take this whole thing out or anything, but looks like that gravity drain. Look at that goofy looking, whatever you call that. That's a V-trap. V is in Victor. It's not a P, it's not a J. That's a V-trap. Or at least that's what I'm gonna call it. And I guess it runs over there, either into the plumbing drain. That's what it looks like. I thought maybe there might be a sump pump down there. Looks like it's going into the plumbing. That's not the end of the world. Boy, tell you what, man. That's bad. And just let it drip out on the ground, which not totally the end of the world, but something's making this not work right. And filled up this housing with water. Well, maybe it drains over into the heat exchanger. I don't know, but it's quiet now. It'd be hard for me to believe that this thing has worked like this all this time, and I guess it has. See if it lights. For all I know, it built up that condensation in the cooling mode, maybe. It's bad about doing that when they have low airflow. And looking at the returns, probably a great big unit. $100,000 BTUs, so it's probably a daggum. Listen at the fan. Probably a daggum 4-ton. Three and a half or a 4. And no more airflow than it has. It may have built condensation up in there over the summertime, and it's just did that the first time they cranked up the heat. I don't know, but this thing needs a little more work than we're going to do on a service call right here. So I'm going to go propose to him that we correct these things. I think I've got a bunch of old hose packs with the options and stuff. It came in these ICPs from way back years ago when we sold them. And we can knock this one out or that one. And there's an extension for this. You can put it up in this knockout. something that's in the way of this rock or brick or whatever it is. Well, there's a nice piece of something holding it up. Looks like none of that's actually doing anything. That's stiff and holding it. Good Lord. This is one of those things where if you don't look behind your guys at all, they'll do whatever they want to. So this blower needs to be pulled out and the wheel adjusted. This needs to be set up correctly. And I don't see any problem with it gravity draining over there. It's a little marginal. Once it's down this low, the AC seems to be, needs to have a hanger right there, but seems to have enough fall on it. Honestly, if he hires me, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a pump over here somewhere and run this and that into a pump. Just dig a spot out here to get all this in right. So let's go talk to him. We'll stick it back together. He'll have heat tonight, I guess, but running out on the ground. If it had that on it, I don't know where it went to. Wasn't going anywhere, but all right. Let's get the doors back on it. Well, we're gonna hook the red back up. He should have heat tonight. And maybe he'll have us come fix all this. No idea. It's an ICP off spin actual Heil furnace. That's real nice. I guess this is similar to a Grand Air that ICP makes for Baker, and it being matched with a Heil. Maybe this is the off-spin label that ICP makes for Gateway or whoever carries the Heil.